back to my channel. I'm Chelsea Dinan. Thank you for being here. I wanted to talk to you today about what I've currently been doing to help me de-stress. Some of these things I have been implementing into my morning routine, into my evening routine, and some of them I've just been doing throughout the day to help me stay grounded and to just release the stress that day-to-day life brings. I think especially in really stressful times, maybe you're stressed out mentally or emotionally, it is vital to remember practices like these. I really do have to be mindful about my stress levels, and we all do. Sometimes we don't realize how stressed out we really are until something happens to us physically, and that's never a good sign. So let's try to get a hold of our stress, to not let it get a hold of us. Here are some tips that I use throughout my day-to-day life. The first thing that I do when I'm ready to de-stress is I like to set the overall mood, and I really do this through hygge. You may have heard about hygge. It is a Danish way of life, and I've really adopted that into my own lifestyle as a whole, but especially the moments throughout my day when I want to de-stress. So this means lighting some candles and enjoying aromatherapy and really allowing myself to relax with those scents and smells flowing throughout the room. I also love my classical concentration Spotify playlist. Some of you have been following it. I will link to that below if you want to check it out. It's a great soundtrack to put on whether you are journaling or meditating or just relaxing in your home, lighting some candles and having some coffee. Speaking of coffee, coffee is a big one for me. I don't need coffee or caffeine to function, but I definitely enjoy it as part of my self-care and de-stress mode. So I've got my candles, I've got my classical concentration playlist on Spotify, I've got my coffee, and then I add in my journal. If you've watched my videos before, you know I'm a huge proponent of journaling. I recommend it for everybody. If you're interested, I'll be sure to link to my free gratitude journal template that I'm giving away if you want to get your hands on that. But journaling is such a big part of my life. It's not only a big part of my self-care practice, but it really helps me to process everything that's going on in life and to take everything that's in my head, everything that I'm internalizing that I may not realize, and to get it out on paper, and that is so therapeutic for me. One thing I want to mention here is that there are two different ways that I enjoy de-stressing. So the first one is kind of the pampering. I've never been big into getting pampered. So I've never honestly really enjoyed going out to get a manicure or a pedicure or getting massages, having a spa day. That's just personally never been my thing. It's just not what I do. And so I've had to kind of find ways to allow myself to be pampered and to really de-stress and let loose, but to do it in a way that feels right to me. So I enjoy doing my nails at home. I enjoy lighting those candles and taking a bath and listening to relaxing music. This is also where my journaling and coffee drinking come in. That to me is being pampered. I can just relax in my home. Sometimes I enjoy relaxing out in nature. There are some mornings when it's quiet enough that I love to go to the beach, grab a cup of coffee. There's something very de-stressing about listening to the ocean or listening to the birds. Being in nature is really de-stressing. I just have to make sure that I'm there at the right time and place. So moving on from that, so there's the pampering type of de-stress, and then there's also what I like to call the disengagement. So when I speak of disengagement, what I mean is that it's an activity that basically takes my mind, and instead of allowing me to just get lost in thought or to, again, think about everything that's been going on, which sometimes happens when I'm doing my nails or when I'm going for a walk, you start thinking about everything. I like these disengaging activities because my mind has to focus on something completely different. So here are some examples of these disengaging activities that I use to de-stress. Doing jigsaw puzzles is such a good one. It's something I always forget about. I don't own any puzzles, but sometimes when I can get my hands on one of them, they are so much fun because not only are you exercising your brain, but you're not really thinking about anything other than the puzzle. And to me, it's de-stressing. Maybe it stresses some people out, like ironing. Ironing, this wasn't even on my list of things, but there's something really de-stressing about ironing, if you ask me. The next one is reading fiction. I just did a video all about some of my top book recommendations, but also about the benefits of reading fiction. I've been a huge nonfiction reader for most of my adult years, but I switched over to fiction this summer, and wow, I can't even tell you the benefits that I started to see. There's something really special about being able to just relax and be taken into the story and to feel like you're a part of it. It's very relaxing, very de-stressing, and you truly just get lost in those pages. If you want to hear some more about the benefits that I found from reading fiction, I'll be sure to link to that video below so that you can check it out. A couple other things that are very disengaging for me that really allow me to refocus my thoughts onto something other than my thoughts are cooking. Cooking's a fun thing. Again, I put music on and I really enjoy getting lost in the recipe. And then the other thing, of course, you guys probably know by now, going to the gym is a really big part of my lifestyle, my day-to-day life. So that has always been one of the biggest activities that I can take part in, where I am not focused on anything else that's going on in my life, but where I am in that moment. I get lost in the music. I'm seeing a really big theme here with music. I get lost in the music. I am really in touch with my body and how I'm feeling, and I'm usually feeling great because working out gets those endorphins kicking, and it's just a really, really amazing thing for me to do to de-stress. I know I'm not the only one that feels that way. People say that working out is like therapy, and I agree. There's something just very freeing and relaxing about it, even though you're pumping up that heart rate and you're maybe feeling a little bit of pain or soreness. So clearly I'm very passionate about going to the gym. Another really cool thing that I've recently gotten back into is acupuncture. I found an acupuncturist out here in San Diego, and after my first appointment, which was about an hour and a half, I kid you not, I left that appointment, I don't think I have ever been so relaxed before. My whole body just didn't even feel like mine. Relaxing doesn't necessarily come naturally to me, it never has. So I have to kind of force myself to get into that really relaxed, laid back state of mind. And when I came out of my acupuncture appointment, I was so relaxed. I'm thinking I might write a blog post more on my experience with acupuncture because a lot of people have been curious. I will save all the details for another time though, but acupuncture has been so soothing and a really big part of my de-stress practice because again, you have the aromatherapy and the relaxing music, sometimes a massage depending on what you're going in for, and then you're just kind of relaxing there with needles, but you're just relaxing there and you're able to either drift off into meditation or even fall asleep, and you leave there with this just zen, relaxed, calm state of mind. Like I said, I've never felt that way before, and if that's what it feels like to be relaxed, then acupuncture's pretty darn good. In my baths, I like to use Epsom salt. My previous acupuncturist back in the DC area actually recommended for me to take Epsom salt baths, especially when I got home from acupuncture. So I went out and I bought this lavender rosemary Epsom salt. I got it from, I believe, World Market, and I love it. It smells amazing and it's very soothing. Again, to be honest, baths weren't very relaxing at first for me. I didn't like just sitting in a bathtub and I didn't feel productive. That's the thing. By meditating or by reading or journaling or things that we otherwise might think we don't have time for because there are so many other things to be doing, why should I actually sit and write about my life every day? You're being so productive by doing those things because you are allowing your body to de-stress, to relax, and to repair itself. And it is all about mind, body, and soul. So even if we can't see the physical results of something, doesn't mean that internally the results aren't happening. So just remember to keep that in mind and stay with it. Like I said, this has been an ongoing practice for me to allow myself to de-stress. I have to remind myself to de-stress. I have to carve out that time in my daily schedule, and especially on the weekends. Sundays are great for bath night. So what do you like to do to de-stress? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear what works for you. For other tips, you can find me over on Instagram at Chelsea Dinan. If you guys liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up as it really supports my channel, and be sure to subscribe because I would love to see you back here next time. Happy de-stressing, everybody. I will see you guys next time.